Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to learn how to make our bottom navigation bar reusable in Flutter. This is a really important concept because right now, our navigation code is stuck inside our home screen. If we want to use the same navigation on other pages, we'd have to copy and paste all that code. That's not good practice. By the end of this tutorial, we'll have a clean, reusable navigation widget that we can use anywhere in our app. Let's get started. First, let's create a new file called bottomnavbar.dart in the same directory as our home screen. We'll start with our imports and color constants. We need material for Flutter widgets, and we'll define our primary and secondary blue colors that we're using throughout the app. Now let's create our custom bottom nav bar widget. This will be a stateless widget because the state will be managed by the parent page. Notice we have two required parameters, selected index and on item tapped. The selected index tells us which tab is currently active, and on item tapped is a callback function that gets triggered when someone taps a navigation item. Inside the build method, we're returning the same bottom app bar structure we had before, but now it's completely reusable. We have our 5 navigation items: home, account, the center space for our FAB, apply, and more. The build nav item method creates each individual navigation button. It changes color based on whether it's selected, and when tapped, it calls our on item tapped callback with the index. Next, let's create the floating action button for our QR scanner. This is also a reusable widget that takes an on-pressed callback. We're wrapping our FAB with a gradient container and shadow to give it that nice elevated look. The QR code scanner icon sits in the center. Perfect! Our reusable navigation widgets are done. Now let's use them in our home screen. Let's go to our home screen.dart file. At the top, we need to import our new bottom navigation widget. Now let's update our onItemTap method. This is where we handle what happens when someone taps on a navigation item. For index 0, which is home, we just update the selected index since we're already on the home page. For index 1, account, we update the selected index, and here's where you would navigate to your account page later. Indexes 3 and 4 work the same as index 1, update the selected index, and add navigation later when you create those pages. Now scroll down to the build method. We're going to replace our old bottom navigation code with our new reusable widgets. Remove the old bottom navigation bar and floating action button code and replace them with our new custom widgets. For the custom bottom nav bar, we pass in our selected index and onItemTapped method. For the custom floating action button, we pass in the callback that navigates to index 2. Great! Our home screen is now using the reusable navigation widgets. Next, let's create the QR payment page. Let's create a new file called qrpayment.dart. This will be a simple page to demonstrate navigation. We'll start with our import and color constant. Now let's create the QR payment page widget. It's a stateless widget with a simple structure. In the scaffold, we have an app bar with the title, QR Payment. The background color matches our app theme. The important part here is the leading widget. That's the back button. We're using Navigator.pop context, which tells Flutter to go back to the previous screen. This is how users can return to the home screen. For the body, we just have centered text that says QR Payment Page. In a real app, this is where you'd add your QR scanner interface, but for this tutorial, we're keeping it simple. And that's it, a simple page that demonstrates navigation. For Index 2, our QR scanner button, we're going to use Navigator.pushNamed to navigate to our QR payment page. Notice we're not updating the selected index here because the QR page is more like a modal screen, not a main tab. Now let's connect everything in our main.dart file. Open your main.dart file. First, we need to import our QR payment page. Now, find your Material App widget. We're going to add a routes property right after the home property. Routes in Flutter are like a map of path names to widget builders. Think of it like URLs in a website. Each route name points to a specific page. We define our routes as a map. The key is a string path, and the value is a function that returns the widget. Let's add two routes. Home points to my home page, and QR Payment points to QR Payment page. Now when we call Navigator.pushNamed context, QR Payment, anywhere in our app, Flutter knows exactly which page to show. You can add more routes here as you create more pages. Account, apply, more, settings, whatever you need. This centralizes all your navigation in one place, making it super easy to manage. Alright, let's test this out. I'm going to run the app now. Here's our home screen with the bottom navigation. Let's tap the center QR scanner button. Perfect. We're now on the QR payment page. Notice how smooth that transition is. We have our app bar with the back button. Now let's tap the back button to go back to home. And we're back. Everything works perfectly. You can also use the Android back gesture or button, and it works the same way because we're using Flutter's navigation system properly. So let's recap what we just built. We created a reusable bottom navigation widget that we can use on any page. We set up proper navigation handling in our home screen. We created a simple QR payment page with a back button. And we configured routes in our main.dart to manage all navigation in one place. The benefits of this approach are huge. First, code reusability. We can now use the same navigation bar on multiple pages without copying code. Second, maintainability. If we want to change the navigation design or add a new tab, we only update it in one place. Third, it's scalable. Adding new pages and routes is super simple, And finally, it follows Flutter best practices for navigation. And that's it. You now know how to create reusable navigation in Flutter. This is a fundamental concept that you'll use in almost every Flutter app you build. If you found this tutorial helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more Flutter content. Drop a comment below if you have questions or want to see specific topics covered. In the next video, we'll actually build out the QR scanner functionality using the camera. Should be fun. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Happy coding!